Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're looking at the electoral curve. So, basically, the electoral curve is basically when we start off, there's usually a projection that's given for the candidates. So, when we started off, Biden was given like a 40% projection, Trump was given a 60% projection. That's where we started off. And then the electoral curve basically just takes the curve and kind of just follows them and sees where they go and what are their new projections for the November election. So, let's go. Alright, so basically, first of all, let's start off with way back. Let's throw it super back when we have the Republican Party and Democratic Party. So we know that we had Pete Buttigieg, we used to have Elizabeth Warren, and we had many other people. You guys know, Andrew Yang, so on and so forth. And then of course narrowed it down to Biden. From the Republican side, we basically had only Trump as a strong party holder, so he came up, and they were both there. And now we're going to be looking at Kanye West being introduced. I don't know how that's going to work. It's probably not going to happen. If you haven't watched my video on that, check that one out too. It's really informative of what might happen and what might not happen with Kanye West. Alright, so with Biden and Trump, they're both right now projected at basically half. It's like, I think it's like 49 to 51. So it's like, I think one of them has a slight edge. I'm not sure which one, because it just changes all the time. So right now, it just all depends on the swing states and the Midwest states. So basically, all the states, they usually, swing between Democratic and Republican. Of course, whoever gets that will win. And also kind of depend on Texas. That's another video that I posted. Check out the Texas, the Dark Horse video. That's also pretty informative on that. So basically, Texas and the swing states are basically what's gonna determine this year's election. So really watch out for Texas, see where they vote. If they vote Republican, then it's gonna be a stronghold there, because Texas this year is a swing state. So with all that being said, let's look at the parties. Let's look at how they react. The Democratic side, of course, they want to bring more awareness to Black Lives Matter. So if they do that, that's basically their party holding. And of course, they don't want to reopen schools. They kind of want to hold that off. And of course, they are okay with abortion. So they kind of go with all the opposite policies of the Republican Party. And of course, the Republican Party, exact opposite. They don't want to test more people for COVID. And of course, they don't really support the Black Lives Matter movements. I mean, it's not that they don't support it, but they don't support the looting, vandalizing, and the bad parts of it. That's basically where both the parties stand. This year's election, though, President Trump is probably going to lose a lot of coverage, considering the fact that some of the stances he took were not appealing to immigrants and people of African American descent, and people of color. His stance just did not appeal to them. It never has, but this year it took a stronghold because of George Floyd's death and the Black Lives Matter movement. So that's basically where we're standing right now. So what do I believe? Well, if we're going to look at it, the Democratic side has a pretty strong hold this time, and the Republican side has a pretty strong hold. Democratic side is probably going to win, and the Republican side is going to take us. It's going to be really hard for it to push. But this is the exact same thing we heard 4 years ago, and the Republicans ended up winning. So I think the Republicans are going to win. So stay tuned, guys. Keep watching. I'll come with more videos, and I post a video every single day. So if you want to make this a daily thing, it's perfect. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and you're good. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.